Hopefully you've had time to view the video on sink and float. So we are now going to do the investigation. We are going to see which one of these objects will sink in this water tub that I have and which one of these objects will float. I have a clipboard, and on the clipboard, and I know this is backwards to you, but I have written the letter F and the letter S. And what I want you to do today, when you do your investigation at home on your own, I want you to draw a little picture of what floats under the letter F and what sinks under the letter S. And my helpers could not be here today because they are still homeschooling. They have lots of work to do today, apparently. So I'm going to start with this object. Who can tell me what this is? That's right, it is a rock. And what do you think will happen when I drop it into the water? Do you think it will sink or float? I want you to think about that for a couple of seconds. And here it goes. Plop. I think that object may have sank. I don't know how many color markers I have, so I'm going to draw it over here under the S. It sank. So there's my rock, and it sank. So I have one thing. Let's try something else. Let's take this game piece. It's a type of dice, or die, because it's only one. What do you think will happen when I drop it in the water? Do you think it will sink, or do you think it will float? What did it do? It sunk. Boy, I'm gonna just kind of draw around us here for now. And that's my game piece. And that's sunk, so I put it under the letter S. What should we use next? I have a stick, a little tiny stick. What do you think it will do? Do you think it will sink, or do you think it will float? Talk about it with your family, and now I'm going to put it in the water. Can you see that? Can I see that? It is floating. So I'm going to put it under the letter F, and this is going to be my stick. Now, let's try the beach shell. What do you think? Do you think it will sink, or do you think it will float? And I'm going to drop that next, ever so gently. Where did it go? It too sank. So I'll use brown again with the orange top because I lost the brown top. Ooh, I'm not the best drawer. Well, that'll be my shell for today. And there's my shell, and it's sunk. Let's try the leaf. What do you think? Do you think it will sink, or do you think it will float? Talk about it with your family. What's it doing? It's floating, isn't it? So I'm going to put it under the letter F, and there's my leaf. Let's try this bear manipulative. What do you think? Think it's going to sink or float? Ooh, I thought for sure that one was going to sink. It's floating. Where am I going to put it? Under the letter F. All right, I'm going to draw a little bear there with his 4 paws. So I put the bear under the letter F for floating. And we are down to our last object now, an orange crayon. Do you think the crayon is going to sink or float? Oh, and I thought that was going to float. You too, Mr. Johnson. I thought for sure a wax crayon was going to float. See, that's why we call it investigation. Oh my goodness, I'm shocked. I don't have orange, so I'm going to use red. And that sunk. Oh my goodness, there's my crayon. Draw a picture of my little crayon. And there we go. So when you try this at home, I'm sorry friends, when you try this at home today, you take a piece of paper and a clipboard if you have one, put an F at the top and an S over here, and draw your pictures of what floated in the water and what sank. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this science investigation.